Well, let's see. Good morning. It's Friday morning, and it's about 10 after 10, which means it's about 100 degrees outside, on its way up to about 100 and, I don't know, 13, 14 today. It's going to be warm. Let's talk about these bikes. This is the Green Goddess. I love this bike. That's my little yellow car that goes through every day on the way to work, I guess. The Green Goddess is up there for an oil leak. Also, this particular Triumph is here for an oil leak. It's been here, I'm guessing, not quite a week. And the sum total of the oil leak that I've seen so far is right there. Now, it sort of doesn't matter because the client sent me pictures of a leak and it's about the size of a basketball. So just sitting there, it's not leaking, so we're gonna have to do some work on that, try to figure it out. This bike is sitting here just waiting for the brake shoes to show up. They apparently have been shipped. So as soon as I get those, I'll be able to put that front wheel together and basically call the bike done if the clutch works. Put in the brand new clutch. So now we're just waiting on the front brake shoes. Okay, so anyway, both this bike and this bike are here for oil leaks, and neither is overtly leaking. That's the fun part. So what I'm going to have to do is ride these bikes and see if riding them slings enough oil out of whatever it is that's leaking to cause it to show up on the left side of the bike when the bike is on the side stand, because that's where 90% of all oil leaks show up, on the left-hand side. It's dripping right here. That must be the leak. No, not really, because it could be the top of the motor on the right-hand side draining down, going across the engine and out the left-hand side when it's on the side stand. This bike actually leaked sitting on the center stand, but not here. Okay, so both of these bikes need to be ridden, and frankly, it's just too darn hot to ride, and I don't like to ride a bike when I have no backup. And Kevin's off on vacation for a month. It's 110, 112, 115 out here during the daytime, and I've got nobody to videotape the leaving and returning of the test rides. I have nobody to back me up in case I get out there and the bike decides to stop, so I have to push it home in 110 degrees. Believe me, it's happened. And so we're not going to do much of anything on these bikes. I'm going to let them sit. I'm going to look for more oil. And that's the status. Now, just for grins, let's go over and look at this bike, okay? Now, this is one of the cleanest bikes you ever want to see in your life. And matter of fact, I'm going to walk over here, and I'm going to get a nice, clean paper towel. And let's just go over here and do a few things. Like, let's take this guy, fold him up, and put him in here, and run him across, and see if we see any type of leakage from the primary case. And we don't. Let's go in here and go to the back of the primary case and see if there's any leakage. And a little bit of dirt, a little bit of, it's just dirt. Let's do it again. Okay. And I just don't see it. Let's look under the motor. I mean, this thing is so pristine. It's ridiculous, it's gorgeous. Everything is just so tight. And if you hold this like this, and I'll reach up in here and I'll wipe the bottom of the transmission, I get nothing. The front of the transmission, I get nothing. The back side, the engine plates, I get nothing. Let's look up here around the drain. Let's see what I get up in here with the towel. I still get nothing. The other side of the plate's over here. Just a little dust. I mean, I'm just not seeing anything in this underside that represents oil drip. I got underneath of the primary. I'll fold this open, get another surface. And I went up in here on the back side of the primary. Let's see if you can see that. Okay. It's hard. And felt around up here where it might be leaking from the seal around the main shaft. And I got nothing. You can see it. So I got up on the back side of the sprocket, up around the face of the transmission. This is fun doing this with one hand. Let's see, in here, and got up in here and felt around the face of the transmission behind the sprocket to see if maybe the leakage was from the tranny main shaft seal. And I'm way up in here now. You can't see it, I don't know. But anyway, got a little chain grease, but no overt oil. Now this is a good place to suspect because the oil seal on the back of this primary is a joke. It's two flat plates that fit, that slide back and forth when you adjust the chain. When you adjust the chain, they slide back and forth. They're really not oil tight. I have on occasion taken them apart and put gasket material between the plates, and if I have to, I'll do that to this bike. So I don't know, on this side of the bike over here, same. Hang on, Richard, I'll be right with you. So here, the timing case, these leak a lot right along here, and I got nothing. They leak, these are two fittings that like to leak, and I got nothing. Sometimes the main connector right here will leak, and I'll get under there. And I got dirt, but no oil. The tranny cover likes to leak, so I'm under here. And dirt, yes, oil, no. Kicker seals love to leak, so I'm under here. And I got nothing. Shifters leak. I just don't see it. I don't see it on the bottom of the tranny at all. Little dirt, yes, little road dirt, but nothing. These leak, these caps. Frankly, folks, I just keep feeling around under here with these clean claws, and I just don't see it. A little bit of dirt, a little bit of road dirt, but I just don't see any overt leakage. No leakage up here, either side. No leakage on the oil lines, which happens, but not today. So I'm not asking for suggestions because frankly, unless you know something that's really, really weird, it's going to be a matter of riding it, seeing where the oil shows up, and that's the best I can do. And I'm going to do the same thing with this Triumph. When I get a chance, I'll ride it and then set it up and look for oil leaks. So that's what's happening here at the shop. It's too darn hot to do anything that involves riding motorcycles. So at this point in time, I don't have anything to do. So that's the way it is here in Griswold Road in Phoenix, Arizona.